All right, who am I here with?
Olivia Glidden.
Hi, Olivia Glidden. What's your relationship to the interviewer?
He's my boyfriend.
Oh, that's awesome. I've heard that one before. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about your personality because I'm taking a college class called personality. So just a couple of quick questions. Question number 1: what would you say are your 5 defining personality traits?
I would say energetic, bubbly, funny. What else? What else am I? Charismatic and humble.
Humble. Okay. All right. That's very interesting of you to say. So a follow-up question to that would be, what's your favorite quality about yourself and why?
I think I'm very giving because I like taking care of others and making others happy.
That's cool. Do you think you're responsible for the development of your own personality? In a general sense.
Am I responsible for the development of my own personality? Yes, but also the influence of things around me develop my personality.
Okay. What kind of factors do you think are tied in with that?
The people that I hang around and my influence of places I go and people I see.
Okay, interesting. We'll get more into that later.
Yeah.
Who has made the most impact on your personality?
I don't know. The most impact on my personality. Probably my older sister, Emily.
Yeah. Why?
Because she was my closest friend growing up. And we spent the most time together.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
very sweet. Okay. Have there been any moments that have made you change your personality? Like any
Yes.
watershed moments?
Watershed moments. Well, I went on antidepressants and that changed my whole personality.
Yeah.
In not a good way. But yeah.
Do you have any other moments?
When I got my chronic illness, my personality went downhill.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
I have a pain condition. That's one of those painful conditions. And it really took my sparkle away for a little bit.
What made you get that back?
I think finding God and realizing that I can't do it on my own and that there's so much joy in life and I shouldn't focus on all of the negative. Even though what I have is terrible and not fun, there's so much that I have about life that is so joyful.
Okay. Has anyone impacted you so deeply that you felt the need to change your personality?
No, I don't. I don't fall into peer pressure. So I don't want to change my personality for anybody or anything.
Okay. Peer pressure, that's interesting. Here's another question tied into that. Who in your life is a good example of positive personality traits?
That's a good question. I would say my mom. Yeah.
How so?
Because she is very selfless. She puts others first. And she's very funny.
Yeah.
I get that from her. Yeah, she's a very selfless, caring woman. Yeah.
On the flip side of that, who in your life is an example of poor personality traits?
Probably my dad.
Yeah?
Yep.
How so?
He is very quick to anger. And that reflects in his personality. And he's not funny, but he thinks he is.
Do you think you've gotten some of his negative personality traits?
I hope not, but I'm sure I have.
Okay. As a Christian, was there a moment that changed how you view yourself and others?
Yes. Should I share that moment?
Yeah.
Well, back to my nerve damage, I got saved, and when I became a Christian, I kind of realized that some people don't have as much as I have, and a lot of people have a lot more than I have. And I realized that I shouldn't really compare myself to them, and that reread the question.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
As a Christian, was there a big moment that changed how you view yourself and others?
Yeah, I think I realized that life has so much to offer and God has so much to give, and that there's so many reasons to be happy. There's so many reasons to be happy, and I just love other people so much that I just can't even fathom it. I can't even put it into words, because the world, even though it's such a dark and twisted place, there is so much love and happiness, and I find that in other people.
Do you think you're intrinsically good?
Yes. Yeah?
Why do you say that?
What do you mean, am I intrinsically good?
So, do you believe that your human nature is good? If you are going to perform an action, do you think it... Let me reword the question. Do you believe that humans, and by proxy you, are naturally people who do good? Do you think
No.
we're swayed to do good?
No.
Why?
I think from a young age we're bad. We just are. Like when you're a baby, babies, part of their first words, some of their first words is no or mine. It's because we were born selfish, and that's just how humans are.
Okay. We're going to change gears a little bit and get into emotions. You ready?
Yes.
Would you call yourself an emotional person?
Yes.
Okay. What are your 5 most expressed emotions, do you think?
Ooh. I think happiness is an emotion that I express a lot. Maybe I don't know if this is an emotion, but I'm dramatic. So I don't know if that's an emotion. Drama. What else is an emotion? Disgust. That's an emotion. Fear. And that was 4. And I think I already said happiness. That's joyful. Fear and anxiety kind of go hand in hand, but they're a little different. But I would say that, yeah.
Okay. How do you think these emotions impact your personality?
I try not to let them, but I think that me being happy a lot of the time makes me a very energetic and joyful person, and that makes me bubbly and want to talk to everyone and make friends with everyone and make everyone else happy.
Why don't you want your emotions to dictate your personality?
Because my emotions sometimes aren't always true when I let my mind wander into things. So when I get scared of things or when I become anxious about things, I don't want to become an anxious person. And I don't want to be quiet and shy or scared of everything, because that's my head overthinking and letting my emotions take over.
So you believe there's a really separate link between personality and emotions are sometimes negative impacts on your personality, but sometimes they're positive, like in your joy.
Yeah. Well, if I have my emotions and I'm angry, I don't want to be an angry person all the time, but that can happen.
Do you find your emotions take control of your decision making often?
Sometimes, even though I don't try to, but yes, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you try to actively avoid that happening?
Yes. Because that's no good.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to get into motivation now. Would you call yourself a motivated person?
Yeah, yes.
How so?
I like to do stuff all of the time, and I like to get stuff done.
What motivates you? What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Oh gosh. I think seeing other people. I thrive off of being around other people. And I get up every day, be like, hey, I get to go see my coworkers or my best friends or people at work.
Interesting. Okay. Whose example in life are you trying to follow?
God's.
Yeah.
What do you mean in like a...
That's a great answer. Who else?
Like in human form?
Sure.
Whose example am I trying to follow? I don't know if I necessarily have a person I can think of that I'm like, I want to be like them. That's like such a positive influence in my life where I'm like, I want to be like that person.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Last couple of questions. This is all about relationships. And you were talking about this a little bit. Would you call yourself a social person?
Yes.
How so?
Because people make me happy and I want to talk to everybody and make everyone else happy. And I do that by compliments or, I don't know, talking to people about their day.
Yeah. Are you an intimate person?
Yeah.
Do you share intimacy with a lot of people?
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes too much, but yes.
Why do you say sometimes too much?
Because not everything everyone needs to know. But I feel like I relate to people when I can share my hurt with their hurt. But sometimes that can be overwhelming to the other person. But I want to try to sympathize with other people.
How many close friends would you say you have?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Why are you close with those people?
Because I can trust them. And if I couldn't trust them, they would not be close influences in my life.
So if a close friend was to break your trust, how would you react?
I think I would be disappointed more than anything. Because I really do care about people and honesty is so important to me. That even if you lie to me about something so dumb, that really does hurt me. And I would probably push that person away.
Okay. Are you close with your immediate family?
I would say so, yeah.
Who in your
Majority
immediate...
of them.
Yeah. Besides your older sister, Emily,
Mm-hmm.
are you close with your other siblings?
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
Do you think that provides stability in your life?
Yes. For sure. That's a big one.
Do you think that the other close friends that you mentioned provide stability in your life?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think I would be stable without half of those people.
Yeah. How so?
Just because they keep me going and they make me also motivated. And they calm me down and when I'm being dramatic or I get sad or whatever and my emotions are taking over, they're the ones who bring me back.
It's almost like you have a pretty solid support system with your close friends and that you choose them pretty wisely. Do you feel like that's the truth?
Yes.
Okay. How are your relationships helpful to your mental health? We got into this a little bit, but I want to flesh it out a little bit more.
Well, I think the people that you influence yourself around have a big impact on you and your personality and your emotions. Because if you're hanging around someone who's depressed all of the time, that kind of tends to rub off on you, even if you don't mean to. But if someone's always down in the dumps and sad about life and how much their life stinks and whatever, that is going to rub off on you. And you're like, hey, maybe my life does stink. But if you surround yourself around happy people or people who love life or try to love life, that's going to affect the way that you view life and view yourself.
That's a good point. All right, last question. You ready? What's the most important relationship in your life?
My relationship with God. I don't care about any other relationship because at the end of the day, when I get into heaven, that is the relationship that's going to matter. It just doesn't matter about my boyfriend or my girlfriends or whoever, my relationship with my mom. That's just a fraction of eternity. And yes, it's special now in the human world, but on the other side of heaven, that's the relationship that matters.
Olivia Glidden, thank you for your time. I
Thank you.
appreciate you sitting down
Thank
with
you,
me.
Drew Dudley.
Absolutely.